your girl, Hanna Herbertson, on the ones and twos. Mike sounds nice. You know what's gonna happen in August? I'm going back to Korea, Rio.
Southside.
Going back to Korea, Rio. Pull it up, selector.
Hi everybody, welcome to my blog, part 3 of Find My Roots Korea. And say hello to my friend, old dirty bastard. I'm just coming from the gym here in my neighborhood, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. But today I'm going to talk a little bit about nationality and a little bit about race. This is the 4th of July weekend, and it made me think about being American, being Swedish, being Korean, what it actually matters. It doesn't matter, because I spent 10 months of my life in Korea when I was a newborn, so I never learned the language. And then I grew up in Sweden, learning Swedish, being Swedish basically, just looking slightly different from the regular Swede. But it was never really anything I was thinking a lot about or suffering from, or it happened a few times that I got called like, yo, Chinese, people doing, just that stupid thing. But I think as kids, they always find something. If your hair is red, they might bully you for that. So I never really took it too serious. It's not really until I came to the USA, when I moved here to study in 2005, that I started being more aware of race, and people were talking a lot more about race here in the States. And people looking at me and assuming that I was Korean or Chinese or Japanese. And then me explaining that I'm Swedish and that I'm adopted. I teach dancehall dance, Jamaican dance. Everybody was like mind boggled and like, oh, that's crazy. Like in Sweden, I don't know if it's because the few Asians that live in Sweden, most of them, a lot of them are adopted, and people know that, so it's more of a common thing. But here, there's immigrants from all over the place, and of course there's adoptees too. But people assume that you're Asian. So now after 8 years in the States, I guess I feel a bit more like a mix. I'm not 100% Swedish anymore, but I'm not all American. So it's gonna be interesting now to see Korea. And I imagine in my head I'm not gonna be like fitting in just because I look like everyone else. That's gonna be interesting. Like everybody around me gonna look similar. I'm not saying all Koreans or all Asians look the same, but that's gonna be different. That's something I'm not used to. But besides that, I don't think I'm gonna fit in. But we'll see. I'm now currently living in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, where there's a lot of Caribbeans or immigrants from the Caribbean, Jamaica, Trinidad. You hear reggae and dancehall playing from the cars and from the apartments, which I love because it's almost make me feel like I'm in Jamaica. In my life, I've always been like on the move. I moved from Gotland when I was 16, and I lived in Stockholm, and then I moved to Brussels, and then I was traveling a lot to Paris, and then I was like, I need a new challenge, so I came to New York, and it definitely challenged me. So now I feel ready to go to Korea. Not that I didn't want to do it before, but it just doesn't happen. I've been prioritizing other things like dancing in New York, and going to Jamaica to find out more about the Jamaican culture and the dance. So an idea that popped up in my head the other day, thanks also to Cindy class, hey, shout out, to actually make a dance solo. I'm gonna learn some Korean dance while over there, as much as I can, and then I'm gonna fuse it into a solo that's gonna have Jamaican dance, Korean dance, and some Swedish folk dance, because I did that as a kid as well back in Sweden. So that's gonna be challenging. Give us some shout outs to my godmother Kerstin back on Gotland, Anna and Christian in Stockholm, Lovisa in Stockholm, Cindy class, of course, thank you for all your help. Big shout out to Esha out of New Jersey, Big shout out to Tracy, aka Lizzie, up in Washington Heights. Thank you very much. Thank you everybody so much for your support so far. I'm almost at 1,000 now on the GoFundMe campaign. So check it out if you haven't been able to do it already. You can go to my website, hannaherbertson.com. Or you can just click on this link down there. Let me know if you have any questions, any requests, what you want, if you want me to do something and when I get to Korea, if you want me to try some special food or go to a special place and bust some dances, I don't know. Tell me what to do and I'll do it, unless it's something that involves me getting arrested. I'll be back soon. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, Hanna Herbertson. Alright, thank you so much. Mwah.